Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back, I'm not going anywhere. Peace! Peekaboo, I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available Christmas 2023, the album, Dad. Shimmy, shimmy, AF. Rock on, gold dust woman. Beast! How are you guys doing today? Oh my god, okay, so I just woke up about 15 minutes ago. Literally just woke up about 15 minutes ago, and I'm really dragging today. I stayed up very, very late last night watching a show that I totally did not expect to watch. My husband and I, we got caught up on The Housewives and House of Villains last night, and then he went to bed, and then I watched the very first episode of the very first season of Vanderpump Rules, which I've seen enough of Vanderpump Rules with my husband to like know the people, know the players and things like that, but I have never watched it from the very beginning all the way through, and I'm trying to do that and get it done before January when the new season of Vanderpump Rules comes back, because I'm going to be covering that on my new channel, Peter's Reality TV Recaps and Opinions, mostly my opinions over there. I got caught up on 1,000 Pound Sister, so that comes back next week on the 12th, and I'll be covering that over there as well. So, yeah, so I got some catching up to do. So I watched the first episode of that, and then, my friends Nikki and Mel and I were going to watch Southern Hospitality. It comes back, the second season comes back December 17th. And so I was like, oh, this would be great. Like, there's only one season out. We can all watch this together and things like that. So, tell me what you want, what you really, really want. So, everybody was on board, right? Because there's only one season, it's 8 episodes. So, my friend Nikki texted me, and she had watched like the first 4 episodes, and she's like, this is like a hard pass for me. Like, this show is so stupid, right? And so I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna give it like a try and whatever. So I watched like 1 episode, and I was like, this is like such a hard pass, right? Like, there's no way I can get into this show. Well, last night, after I watched Vanderpump Rules, I was like, maybe, since there's only 1 season, it's only 8 episodes, I should give Southern Hospitality a try again. Oh my god, I am so hooked. I am so hooked, okay? On the ridiculousness of G. Lily in that show. Like, when you watch a show and you can tell, like, from the get-go, like, who is just reality TV gold, but they kind of even know it. You know, like, the first time I ever saw, I'm not saying that I love these people or I think they're great people. I'm just saying that from the get-go, you knew they were reality TV gold. You know, it was like the very first time I ever saw Nene Leakes or Kenya Moore, you know? The very first time that I ever saw, like, Vicky Gunvalson and, or Lisa Rinna, you know, back in the day, or the very first time that I ever saw Ramona Singer, you know, on Real Housewives of New York. You just knew they were, like, reality TV gold. Like, you couldn't stop watching them, you know? And so I'm watching this last night, and, like, Grace Lilly is, like, the girl that you love to hate, right? I mean, you can't stop watching it because she's just, like, such a shit show. What's so interesting about this show is, like, whenever you watch all these other reality shows, right? It's like, you know, they'll all come out and they have these, like, horrific stories that they share, and it's like on Southern Hospitality, which is basically like a clearance rack version of Vanderpump Rules, but it's basically the exact same storyline, okay? It's a woman that owns some bars and restaurants, and then the people that work for her, basically they just party and sleep together, and they all date each other. It's the exact same storyline, except it takes place in Charleston instead of West Hollywood. It's like the exact same story as Vanderpump Rules. I'm actually kind of surprised that it's not getting more attention than it is, because it is A, so bad, okay, B, I think the part of it is that a lot of the personalities on the show, they're just like, they're kind of boring, right? Like, there's only like a couple things that I'm real interested in, and it's like to see if Grace Lilly, who she refers to herself as G. Lily, like if she's ever going to become famous and, you know, find her Instagram husband and things like that. And then the other thing that I'm interested in is Joe's relationship with, like, Maddie, and I know that he tells her later in the season, but other than that, like, everybody's kind of boring on the show. Like, there's really, I mean, there's some kind of sweet storylines, but you know, like, how in, like, all reality shows, they always have, like, these deep, deep storylines, you know, and they'll be like, yeah, like, well, this happened to me when I was, like, you know, 19 years old, and whatever, and everybody's like, ooh, gasp, you know, and stuff like that. They, like, bring this stuff up, and it's like, yeah, when I was, like, in 7th grade, I had poison oak, and, like, it's still bothering me to this day, and they're like, really? And it's, like, kind of, like, you kind of watch it, and you're kind of like, is this, like, for real? Like, are these people for real? So, I stayed up very, very late watching that. Now, tomorrow, okay, tomorrow, I may not be filming any video. What was that? Speaking of 7th grade, that was 7th grade Peter. I may not gag me with a spoon. Tomorrow, I may not be filming videos on any of my channels because tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, we have a joint 1-year-old birthday party mixed with a gender reveal party. So that's at 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. No, I'm totally joking. You would talk about a hard pass. Do you not think that would be a hard pass for Peter Monn? Do you think Peter Monn is getting up, first of all, at 7 in the morning to go anywhere by 8 o'clock? That's not happening, okay? It's an easy 11 to 1 over here that we get up, okay, and start our day. Not my husband. He gets up early, but I'm not getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning to go nowhere, okay? And definitely no 1-year-old birthday party, okay, gender reveal party, which would be something like this. But they always want to do it at the most ridiculous times, right? Like, it's never like, well, I mean, to be honest with you, like 8 a.m. on a Sunday would be perfect if you're gonna do it, right? Because then you know it, you can leave by 10. You can be like, oh, we had such a nice time, we're out by 10. You go have brunch. You might even come home and go back to bed for a few hours, then go to brunch, then come home, watch a movie and things like that, okay? If you're gonna have a 1-year-old's birthday party, maybe have it at 6 a.m. on a Sunday, okay? People can go before church and everything, you know? But this is what I love, okay? It's always this kind of deal, right? Like, the invitation is like, oh, please come and join us for our 1-year-old birthday party gender reveal. And then it's like, okay, the whole thing is themed Blue's Clues because, or no, like Einstein Baby. Okay, the whole thing is like themed Einstein Baby because he loves Einstein Baby. He's like obsessed with it, right? So the whole thing is like themed Einstein Baby. So you have to dress up as your favorite like Einstein Baby like shape, okay? But in the color that you think the gender reveal is gonna be. Right? I'm like, no, I'm wearing a hoodie and a pair of jeans. Okay, like I don't care. I don't care what your baby is gonna be. I'll find out like on the Facebook, like I said the other day. And happy birthday. Okay, 1-year-old don't even know it's his birthday. He don't. Okay, and listen, we're not all coming dressed up like a bunch of like circles and squares, like baby Einstein, all that kind of bullshit. We're not doing it. Okay, that's stupid. Okay, Blue's Clues, all that kind of Dora the Explorer. Who'd care? Okay, they don't even know. All right, they don't even know it's their birthday. And then they always want to have it at some like bounce house, okay, that costs you $20, not per couple, but per person to go into, right? Okay, and then they have it in like some back room, and it's like, all these people are in this back room. The baby's 1 year old. He can't even bounce around bounce house. And then they're like, oh, well, we did it here because of like for all the other kids. We don't have kids. What about? We had to pay $40 to get into this inside bounce house deal. Okay, we don't have no kids, okay? And then on top of that, a fountain pop is $4.95. Like for a small girl, no, okay? That is something you do up in your kitchen and you bake a cake by Betty Crocker, okay? Listen, you don't even buy a cake for a 1-year-old's birthday party. People are, like, they have literally lost their minds, okay? And doing things like donate, and then there's like a box and it says donate to the college fund and stuff like college fund. A girl, we don't even know if she's going to juvie, okay? Like, listen, we don't need to worry about college right now. They're 1, okay? Y'all are the same parents that are getting your kids on waiting lists for preschools and shit like that. Okay, listen, we need to go back to how it was back in the day, okay? We need to go to back. I mean, this stuff has gotten out of control at this point, okay? Like, it has gotten completely out of control. My parents put me, I've seen my pictures of my first birthday, okay? They put me in a high chair and gave me a piece of cake, okay? And it was probably left over from 2 weeks before or something like that, okay? And my parents loved me. They loved me a lot, okay? They loved me enough to know I won't go remember no first birthday party. I'm here to tell you, I'm 51 years old, okay? Here, for all you parents out there that are getting all bent out of shape, that I'm coming for your 1 and 2 and 3 year old birthdays, okay? I don't remember none of my birthdays, okay, before about age 7, okay? So there you go. You're free and clear to not have to do a birthday party before the age 7. There you go, okay? When was the first birthday you remembered? 1? Do you remember 1? Do you remember 2? How about parents that have half birthdays? This is where it's gotten ridiculous, okay? Okay, but listen, Linda, okay, do you remember 1? Do you remember 2? Do you remember 3? You know you don't. No, you don't, because most people's first memory isn't between 4 or 5 anyway, right? Then it's some random thing like being at grandma's house. Okay, my grandma's house smelled like juicy fruit gum, and she smoked them. What are those called? Salem lights. Okay, and a Zippo lighter. That's what and coffee. That's what my grandma's house smelled like. That's probably my first memory. Okay, listen, Linda. Okay, and Judy Collins, both sides. Now that was one of my first memories too. But I don't remember no birthday parties. Okay, I think my first birthday that I actually remember was probably, and it was because something real embarrassing happened. Somebody de-pantsed me and pulled down my pants because my grandma used to always buy my cousin and I these tracksuits, which is so funny that Jeffree Star loves these tracksuits who we're talking about today. But my grandma used to work at this place called the Athletic Department here, and it was like it was kind of like a sports store, like Dick's Sporting Goods, but a lot smaller than that. And so she'd always buy Caroline and I these tracksuits and things like that, the Adidas tracksuits, and all that. So anyway, my neighbor just came out. She's so sweet though. She looked over in her apron. She looked over at me filming, and then she went back inside. She's always like, I'm not gonna this is my neighbor on the corner, not my neighbor across the street. She's like, I'm not gonna bother you if you're filming. But anyway, so we were it was one of my very first birthday parties I ever had. I was probably, I don't know, 6 or something like that. I don't know, maybe. And I was sitting I had just, because I didn't have many friends, okay? It was friends of my mom's friends and whatever, but a few people from school that I didn't even know or something like that. And I stood up and somebody de-pantsed me and I was done. And listen, I still have trauma over that to this day. I do not want to have birthday parties. I don't like birthday parties, okay? I like to maybe go see a double feature and, go eat at I don't know, Steak and Shake or something like that. It don't need to be any big real deal for me. So don't be having these gender reveal parties. It's stupid, okay? It's so stupid. And then having to guess, girl, just put it on the Facebook. Everybody's on the Facebook. Nobody cares, okay? And don't be having a baby's birthday party for a 1-year-old to ruin somebody's Sunday. Do you know how hard people work? People work 1, 2, 3 jobs just so they can have a Sunday afternoon off to what? To have to come to a baby's birthday party? No, ma'am, okay? No, ma'am. So they can see and everybody has to laugh, and then it's okay, who's going to be the first one to leave? Do you ever play that game at parties where you're always okay, who's going to be the first one to leave? Because we can't be the first one to leave, so we got to wait for somebody else. And then you sit down next to the person, you're oh, I haven't talked to you for a while, because they're usually the first ones to leave, or they got 16 kids at home, so they probably got to leave soon. And then you sit down and you're going, oh, how long are you going to stay? And then what they always say is this, right? Well, we never get out of the house, so we're planning to stay for a while. And then you're like, fuck. Then you gotta find somebody else, and then what you realize is you just gotta be the first one to go, right? And then you go up to them, and it's right in the middle of everybody. As soon as you go up to that person to say we're gonna leave, it's everything stops, right? It's nobody's talking, nothing like that, right? And you go up there, and you're hey, we gotta go. And you're then you have to go, and right in that spot, you make up some lie, and you're yeah, we have a school project due tomorrow, and they're school project? Are you in school? And you're for our neighbor's kid, school project. They asked us to be in this. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got to get home. We got things to do, which is binge watch Southern Hospitality. Okay. But we got to go. And then everybody's and then it takes you 20 minutes to leave this fucking 1-year-old's birthday party. Because you're oh, everybody's oh, it's so good. We just saw you last week at another 1-year-old's birthday party. Okay, this is ridiculous. I just made some coffee, by the way. Okay, so let's get into this video, shall we? Oh, by the way, speaking of blocking people. I know that's not what I was talking about, but you know what? I don't give a fuck. Anyway, but seriously, talk about blocking people. Okay, this is one thing that absolutely kills me, right? Is when you get in a video. You get in a video. Okay, this is the insanity about YouTube that you literally cannot make up, right? That you get in a video and you warn people of stuff, right? You say, if you continue to do this, this is going to happen, right? And then you do it, and they act like they're so surprised, okay? For example, the other day, right? When I said, don't tag me in no more of this Trisha Pis bullshit, okay? And I said it on a Trisha Pis video, because I knew that's where they would see it, okay? Because they all commented on it, all right? And continued to tag me on shit on Twitter. Block, 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 block. So this other account, okay, that just was commenting back to these people, so I couldn't see it because I had already blocked their accounts. This person comments this one other account and says something about, did he really? So of course I go in, because you know when you have the people blocked, you can go in and you can see it, and you can like view tweet or whatever, and it was this, sure enough, this person that I had blocked, right? And they're like, they like screenshot where I blocked them and like threw it up there, and was like, he blocked me, and then this guy was like, he did? Really? Girl, did you not watch my video? Y'all get so upset about the shit I say and don't say in my videos. Did you not hear that I said I was going to block you if you continue to tag me? That probably would have been an important thing for you to hear, okay, girl? I don't take it that deep. I used to be so weird about my block button. I did. Okay, I would like sort of like literally, somebody would be like, I'm saying this is what they would say to me, okay? They'd be like, you large Marge looking piece of SHI toot, you know, call me all kinds of names and whatever, and I'd be like, should I block them? Like, what if, like, it gets worse and I block them and they just come for me harder? Because this is what they always do, right? Like, they come for you, they come for you, they come for you, they tag you and shit, they tag you and shit, they tell you, if you don't do this, I'm gonna unfollow you, if you don't do this, I'm just gonna stop watching you. They demand things, they say the most horrific shit to you, right? But the second that you block them, they throw up that you blocked them, okay? There is this gal right now, let me just tell you, on Instagram that is tagging the hell out of every drama channel, okay? I don't know why she's not tagging people like Mr. Beast and all this, and people that got huge followings. I don't know why she is, right? But I noticed, and like, I'm like, okay, girl, like, listen, I take all this shit very seriously too, okay? But she is just gunning. She's already told me, I mean, probably 5 times in DMs that she can no longer support me, and she has to unfollow me. I don't respond. I don't say nothing. I just, okay, girl. Okay, she continues to follow me. She continues to, you know, tag me and shit like that. Well, I noticed that one of these people blocked her, and the second they blocked her, because they were tired of it, right? Because it's borderline harassment, she put up a screenshot of them and said, y'all need to come collect your friend. And I'm like, see, there's no winning, right? It's like these Trisha Pis people, okay? You tell them in a video, I'm going to block you, okay? I'm literally going to block you if you continue to tag me in this bullshit. And I also said about Colleen Ballinger and James Charles too, okay? Then that very day, like an hour later, they tag you in some shit, and then they're surprised about it, okay? So just so you know, I'm giving you full warning, I'm going on some blocking sprees today, okay? There's some of you out there, because I used to be like, well, it's just gonna get worse, they're just gonna come for you harder, or they're gonna throw up your picture and be like, he blocked me, and then you're gonna look bad for blocking this person. I don't give a fuck no more, okay? I don't give a shit how I look, alright? I am 51 years old. I am way too old to care how I look, okay? I should have learned that 10 years ago, but I cared way too long, okay? Don't care about that shit. You gotta block somebody, block somebody. If they want to throw up their screenshot about it, they are more worried about it than you are, okay? They are more upset about it than you are. And if you get blocked by me, I'm going to tell you right now, it is really hard to get blocked by me, okay? So if you get blocked by me, baby, you deserve it, all right? I'm telling you that right now. It is really, really hard to get blocked by me. So if you get blocked by me, I'm telling you right now, you deserve it. You have been given so many chances at that point and tagged me in so much nonsense and so much bullshit, okay? And maybe it's not bullshit, but maybe it's just stuff that you are like demanding of somebody, and you are just at that point, I'm like, I've had it, okay? I'm not doing that no more, right? And there is not a person out there that if I literally got on video and had to defend myself and read all the stuff that you guys tagged me in, that they wouldn't be like, oh, I would have blocked him a long time ago. I would have blocked him months ago, right? So listen, Linda, okay? Y'all need some help, okay? You just need some help. And I'm going to help you by blocking you, okay? Because I've had it. I'm done with it. I'm done with it, right? And you know, now Elon Musk is threatening that he's going to take the block button away, but apparently you can't do that. If you want to have an app and sell it on the... I'm telling you right now, the second that block button is gone on Twitter, and I haven't even used it that much, but the second that block button is gone on Twitter, bye Twitter, I'm gone, okay? Because if I cannot protect myself, because when you look at any cyberbullying site or whatever, and I'm not saying these people are bullying me, okay? I want to make that very clear, because the next thing they'll say is, he accused us of bullying. No, I'm not saying that you're bullying me, okay? What I'm saying is you're tagging me in shit about Trisha Pis that I don't want to see, okay? That's your fight to fight. Go fight it. Start YouTube channels, whatever you need to do, okay? But that's not what my channel is devoted to, okay? But listen, Linda, I get that that's what you're all about, okay? But then you want to make me the bad person because I'm not willing to call it out. Do you realize there are more than 1 billion channels on YouTube? You calling all them channels out too? Do you know how many drama commentary channels there are? Okay, I don't see you tagging Spill Session, all that kind of shit. You know, I don't see you tagging all these other kind of people in there talking about it. I don't see you tagging a bunch of people, okay? I don't see you tagging, I mean, T-Spill and Spill Sesh are two of the biggest drama commentary channels. You don't never tag them and stuff, okay? They talk about Trisha Pis too. They talk about David Dobrik. They talk about all these people. Okay? You don't tag them in nothing, okay? You tag all of us down there that are getting 10 and 15,000 views. Why are you coming for us? And we're actually the ones that have spoken out against her. At least a little bit. Okay, but you want to keep on tagging us in that bullshit. No, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. And I've warned you, and I've warned you again. So don't be acting all surprised on the... What? He's gonna get you, girl! Like Toddy having the Holy Ghost. Don't be acting all surprised like I blocked you and have to throw up a bunch of screenshots, okay? Here's your screenshot for you. You got blocked, all right? So there you go. And the second that Elon Musk decides to make that idiotic move and take away that block button... I'm done with the Twitter, okay? I'm done with any social media where I can't block a fool. Because listen, that is a resource that I have, you know? So anyway, let's get into this Jeffree Star thing today. Because now at 20 minutes, people are going to be like, that is your intro. That was not an intro, okay? That was a warning and a funny time, story time, okay? Tana Mojo could never with a story time like that. Are you pleased for fakety story times? Where has Tana Mojo been? Does anybody even care? Does she even make videos on YouTube anymore? You know, I haven't even looked at her and so long. Since I unfollowed a lot of these people on Instagram, I just don't even care about them anymore. Like, she used to come up on my Instagram every once in a while, but it was always like an ass shot or her showing her boobies or something like that. I just don't even care. Look, I'm going to show up here. And I don't follow her on Twitter anymore, so I don't have to see her videos like, oh my God, Mia and Amari and Cindy and Candy and Sue all got Taco Bell because we were so fucking high at 3 o'clock in the morning. She's like 32 at this point. Girl, pull it together. Here she is, Tana Mojo. I haven't looked. Look! Hey, Spilly, look how quick that is to pull up somebody's Instagram story. Okay, what's going on with that? Okay, here it is. Let's see what she's got posted here. Oh, look at, here it is. A Christmas shot of her boobies. Okay, oh, there she is. She's in some lingerie. Good to know. And there she is spreading her legs. Oh, her audience is, you know, the age of 12. Good to know that not much has changed with Tana Mojo. Oh, there she is with one of her girlfriends probably getting Taco Bell and San Tropez at 3 a.m. because they're so stoned. Oh, my God. Tana Mojo, let me just tell you, like, somebody retweeted a tweet of hers a while ago. And it was so gross and so foul. And I was like, okay. It was something very, very sexual. And I was like, you do realize your audience, the age group of your audience, don't you? Even if you don't care. Like, it's a little bit like, I don't know, girl. This is where people get so upset. Because I talk about the stuff that happened. You know, and the other day when I was speaking of Trisha Pis, I want to say this. Because I want to clarify something. I kept on saying in my video that she needs to come out and she needs to make an apology video and she needs to take accountability for actions, okay? And I said in there and give examples of things that she had done, okay? I didn't mean just make a blanket state apology, okay? And I wasn't talking about, I mentioned the DID community in my video, okay? I mentioned all the gender, you know, identity stuff that she was talking about, the trans community, all right? Y'all talk about the trans community over here enough. Y'all probably know how supportive I am of the trans community. They're part of my community, okay? Not to mention all the other communities that she's heard in the religious. I covered all that religious stuff back in the day. Y'all are like, oh, you're giving her a free pass on this because she just did this stuff 3 years ago. No, those are the things that she needs to take accountability for, okay? Those are the things that she needs to apologize for, including the lies, okay? Including her coming for Ela Klein and things like that during her pregnancy and all the other harshful things that she did and all the lies that she put down, all that kind of stuff. If she can do it to Charlie and Dixie D'Amelio, listen, she can do it to Lexia Ray or Addison Ray. Oh, she was at the what do you call it, Travis Barker, Kourtney Kardashian gender reveal party too. Who'd care? Anyway, because she's real good friends with the Kardashians, isn't she, Addison Ray? She's like, this is what kills me, right? Is like, doesn't anybody think that's weird that she's like 20 and they're all like 40, right? Like, isn't she Addison Ray? How old is Addison Ray? Because people are saying like she's really good friends with Khloe Kardashian. Khloe Kardashian is like 39, I think. How old is Addison Ray? Let's see. Addison Ray. I'm just storing this in my research pocket. So, Ray age. Here she is. She's 23 years old, okay? She'd been good friends with Khloe Kardashian for the last 2 to 3 years. So when she was 20 years old, she was hanging out with a 35-year-old woman, okay? But nobody ever thinks that's weird. Hold on a second. Addison Ray. I want to see what her net worth is because it has it here. Addison Ray net worth. You know these net... Damn it, Janet. It put up movies. Oh, she's been in all kinds of movies. I didn't even know that. You know, these net worth things are never right. But anyway, what was I saying about Tana Mojo and all this kind of stuff? She's just, girl, has been. You're a has been. I didn't even look. She's still filming videos. Me and Amari eating Taco Bell off of each other at 3 in the morning because we're so high. Girl, who'd care? Tana Mojo. Now watch. It'll be some real sad video. Oh, she got a vlog channel now. Tana Mojo vlogs. 1 year ago? Hold on a second. Tana Mojo's last video is from, 6 days ago. My boyfriend, she got a boyfriend now. Oh, I didn't even know. My boyfriend picks out my holiday outfits, and it's all lingerie. 2 months ago. Blackout drunk, get ready with us in Mexico, the sequel. 2 months ago. Another pointless blackout drunk Cabo vlog. Oh my lord. I mean, it's just, girl, you are a mess. Okay. So, I mean, I won't even get into it. Tana Mojo is a mess. I thought she was trying to, like, not drink and stuff for a while. Is that over? Can somebody let me know? If she is still not drinking, hey, congratulations to her. I'm proud of her. I don't keep up with Tana Mojo. So let's talk about this Jeffree Star thing now. People are, like, at the 25-minute mark. Zip it. Like Kathy said on The Golden Bachelor. Oh, my God. I feel like I finished so many reality shows this week. I finished Bachelor in Paradise 3-hour finale, okay? To find out that John Henry proposed to Kat, a girl. Seriously, you're gonna regret that. I went underneath that John Henry. Oh my God, let me pull it up for you guys. Well, I should do that on my reality TV channel. But I went over to John Henry's Instagram on from Bachelor in Paradise because he proposed to Kat, who's maybe one of the nastiest people on the face of the earth. She, like, acts completely different to him than she does to everybody else. And when he watches back the footage, somebody even said that. They said, when you walk back the footage, you're going to realize you picked the wrong person. He should have picked Olivia. I can't believe Olivia is leaving the island with nobody. I think her forever person's out there. I loved Olivia. But anyway... John Henry picks Kat, right? So I go over, like, I'm watching the finale, and I go over to John Henry's Instagram, because I'm like, I want to see if people are saying anything about this whole Kat thing, right? And so I already knew what couples had made it past and all this kind of stuff, right? So I go and I look at John Henry's Instagram, and I look at the last posted picture. Not the last pinned picture, but the last posted picture. And every comment underneath there is about Kat. They're all like, I liked you until you picked Kat. Kat is so ridiculous. I can't believe you picked Kat, blah, 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 whatever. So anyway, speaking of picking people, let's talk about picking my nose. Oh, there's Jeffree Star. Okay. Where did that come from? I don't even know. Okay. Let's talk about, okay, so yesterday in my video, I totally did not even tell this story, but at the beginning of it, I went, suavemente. Okay, so it's kind of an inside family joke, all right? So let me tell you this story before I get into this whole Jeffree Star nonsense that nobody really cares about, which is why this video is going to be an hour long of Peter just telling stories about his family, okay, and gender reveal parties. So, a couple years ago, well, it was my husband's, I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was his 35th birthday. It would have had to have been his 35th birthday. He had seen this thing, or I think it was for, like, MJ on the Kardashians, Kris Jenner's mom. They did, like, a Legends video for her or whatever, where, like, everybody in her life, like, sent in a video, and then, like, they put together this video thing of, like, how much they loved MJ and all this kind of stuff. I truly just have, like, snot hanging off my nose or something like that. If I did, I apologize. Listen. Amy Slayton full-on farts on video, okay, on camera, on that show. I don't really care anymore if I got boogers hanging out of my nose, okay? It is like that. That does not define a superstar. And Amy Slayton is a superstar. Well, she's real problematic. People are like, would you be willing to talk about the controversies of the Slayton sisters? Hell yeah, I'll put them in the comment section below. I'll talk about any of the controversies with the Slayton sisters, but on my reality channel. So anyway, So, a couple years ago, this is for my husband's 35th birthday. He'll be 40 in June. We're going to Belgium. This is what he picked. It was Fiji, and I was worried about that 24-hour flight, but he's now picked Belgium, and we are going to Tomorrowland. It's one of his bucket list music festivals, so we are doing Tomorrowland. But his birthday's in June. That's not till the end of July. So, we're going to Tomorrowland. So, if you're going to be in Belgium for Tomorrowland, come see us. Anyway, so, it was supposed to be a big group of friends of his, but now a lot of them can't get off and things like that. My cousin Caroline was going to go, but she can't take that much time off, so I think it's going to end up just being Alex and I. So we might do a little bit of Europe while we're over there too. But anyway, so he wanted this like Legends video, okay, where like we had to reach out. Well, basically it meant me, okay, even though he asked his mom, but it meant me. I had to reach out to everybody, okay, and his mom gave me the list of who she wanted me to reach out to. So we get these videos back from everybody, basically like, oh, I love, it was supposed to be like a memory of Alex, okay, something funny or something that they remembered about him, right? And so it was like all of Alex's like friends from college. Alex has like 3 really good friends from college, like all of his like, you know, friends. I mean, my husband's got 200 girlfriends, okay? And then, you know, like people he's worked with, and like his cousin Maya that lives in Las Vegas. It stopped. His aunts, his uncles, all of his friends around the world, you know, that kind of stuff, right? So we get all these videos back. So I go over to his mom's house, and we're sitting down to make this video, okay? She is so cute. I have the best mother-in-law in the entire world. I feel so blessed to be able to say that. Like, my mother-in-law is literally, like, okay, so she does these excursion trips, right? She, like, owns her own business where she plans these excursion trips because she has adult students in the U.S. that she teaches Spanish to. So she does these really cool excursion trips with her students, and, like, the one she just did was she planned a 10-day trip to Patagonia in Chile. And so, was it Chile? Argentina? Chile? I don't, wherever Patagonia is, okay? I think it was Chile. Well, wherever she went first, okay, it was Chile, because, was it Chile? It doesn't matter. But anyway, she went to the second one afterwards because she had friends there. So anyway, but like they went out, like they could only speak English like once they got on the plane, or they could only speak Spanish once they got on the plane there. She plans these whole things out. There's like studies and workbooks, okay? I mean, this woman is living her life. And then after she did 10 days in Patagonia, she went to go visit a friend of hers in Argentina for 10 days. Then she went and she flew back to Las Vegas and hung out with her niece, Alex's cousin Maya, for like 4 days over Thanksgiving. They went out, they went dancing, they went and did all this kind of stuff and whatever. I mean, my mother-in-law, listen, she is living a life, okay? She is the example of living a life and has brought up her sons as a single mother. She is a fantastic woman, and I absolutely love her. And she teaches me every day what it's like to, like, you know, like work hard and live and love passionately. And I feel so blessed to call her my mother-in-law. So anyway, and you know, part of the thing that's really hard for me though is that my mom would have absolutely loved her, and I can just like see Alex's mom would have like taken my mom under. She loves to have like sleepovers with her girlfriends where they do like face masks and they watch Mamma Mia for the 19th time. And so my mom would have lived for that. My mom loved to dance. She loves to dance. My mom would have like, I mean, it would have just been, my mom would have been so taken with the Venezuelan culture and stuff like that. So that's the only part that's kind of hard, but his mom even kind of reminds me of my mom a little bit. So anyway, that's besides the point. So we sat down to do this video. Well, like for each video part, we would like play a song at the beginning that was like, that connected that person, okay? Like for example, for like Alex and I, like we played this, Cascade song that we had heard at like the very first Ultra Music Festival that we went to. That really means a lot to us. For Alex's cousin Maya, like we played this Celia Cruz song and we played a Jennifer Lopez song, and then we went into a Celia Cruz song because one of the first times I was ever with them together, they were at a salsa contest and at this place called the Jazz Kitchen here in Indianapolis, and I always remember that song associated with him. With his grandma, his abuelita, it was like a different song. Well, with his mom, and she was the first person in the video, the song was Suavemente, which apparently is not appropriate song to be singing to your son in the first place, okay? But at that moment, that was like her favorite song, okay? So she wanted that song in the video. So that was her song. Well, through the entire video, like every time I would say like, I can't even remember what that J-Lo song is, but it's like Alex and his cousin have like an entire dance, like, you know, Romeo and Michelle's high school reunion dance to it. What is that song by Jennifer Lopez? It's something on the dance floor. Why can't I remember what that song is called? Hold on a second. Let me pull up my artist. J-Lo. If you guys could see my iPod, okay. Jennifer, is it going to come up as Jennifer Lopez or J-Lo? I don't even know. Jennifer Lopez, okay. Let's see. What is the song? Dance Again, is that it? On the Floor. No, it's on, is it On the Floor? Let's Get Loud. Let's get loud. Let's get loud. Okay, so they have this whole dance routine to it. So like it came to Maya's and I'm like, we're going to play the Celia Cruz, like a clip of that going into Let's Get Loud. And she's like, no, Suavemente. I'd be like, no, we have to. She meant Suavemente. And so I'd be like, Suavemente. So when we were all together for my brother-in-law Fufu and his wife Jesse's wedding, I was trying to guess. She wouldn't tell us what the mother-son dance song was, and I was trying to guess, and everybody got laughing because they knew the story, right? And I said, is it Suavemente? And Alex is like, and it ended up being and Alex is like, Mom, that is not a song that you sing to your son. And I didn't even know. All this time I had no clue. So anyway, but she just loves that song so much. So it's kind of a family joke. Okay, I've talked enough about all this kind of crap. Let's get into this Jeffree Star thing. So the other day I covered this about how Jeffree Star was, hold on a second, let me turn this way down because I'm not going to include this TikTok in there. So Jeffree Star was in this, what do you call it? Hold on a second. So it's this TikTok, here it is, hold on a second. It's this dude, his name's Seven Blended, and it's like this family. Okay, I guess I could just show part of it, but anyway. So Jeffree Star, here's the clip where it's like Jeffree Star, here you go. You can see how angry Jeffree Star is, okay? He is like going off on this woman. So apparently what it was that this guy, they're like real good Christians and stuff like that apparently, because he talks about like what it means to be like a good Christian wife or husband or something like that. That part was kind of lost on me why he included that in Jeffree Star video, but girl, do you, okay, hey, listen. But apparently Jeffree Star, okay, so Jeffree Star came out on this TikTok live and was like, and don't you, and this is where people are like, oh, Jeffree Star is such a changed person, he's so nice, all that kind of stuff, right? Okay, girl. So anyway, yeah, I got some swampland in Florida to sell you as well. So anyway, he's like, don't you ever come for me again, girl. What we're not going to do in 2023 is come for the rap battle king of TikTok, girl. What we're not going to do is TikTok. You're going to come in TikTok with me, girl. And if you're not, I'll tell you something else, girl. We're gonna come for, you better not come for me, girl, and your alcoholic wife, and she been drinking too much and she's an alcoholic. And he's saying all this shit. I'm like watching this and I'm like, is this Jeffree Star from 2016? Now I know he had better hair back then, but what's going on, okay? What's going on, all right? So I made this video the other day and it was part of what I covered in there about Jeffree Star going off on these people, okay? Apparently this woman, something about, because the husband addresses it and says something about his wife taking their daughter to the launch party and whatever. Well, apparently she was invited to the launch party, then she wasn't invited to the launch party. I'm confused about it, okay? So anyway, Jeffree Star, so apparently she called him out on Twitter or on TikTok. She called Jeffree Star out and was real upset or saying some stuff about the fact that he didn't invite her to the Scorpio palette launch and he invited all these TikTokers and things like that, right? And apparently she was drunk and saying some stuff. And so Jeffree Star's calling her all kinds of alcoholics in his TikTok. And I'm like, okay, first of all, Jeffree, this is, you said you're a changed person. You don't get on here and yell and scream at people, okay? Now, like, we all excuse it away about James Charles because, I mean, it's James Charles, okay? But when it's some Christian lady, you don't do that, girl, okay? Listen, I know when to tone it down for my neighbors, don't you? Okay. So anyway, he's like, and I don't know you, and I told you that, he's like, and I don't even know who you people are, and I said that, come over here and I'll rap battle you. At this point, I'm just like, this is so sad and pathetic, okay? Jeffree Star, at 37 years old, is wanting to rap battle it out like Teen Witch. This is exactly what I said in my video, okay? He's like, we're gonna battle it out. Girl, what? Okay, so that whoever has the most money and the most fans to tip you, so this is, again, a popularity contest, is what it is, okay? And Jeffree Star wants to get into these battles on TikTok, okay, are basically popularity contests. Because whoever has the most fans in there with the most money to tip is who's going to win these rap battles. That's what it is, okay? It's ridiculous is what it is. It's like you might as well just sit on a chair and have people throw money at you, okay? Because it's just like that's what it is. And then you're like, oh, yes, girl, I got a Scottish castle. That's 10,000 beans. Oh, my God, I got a spaceship, girl. I mean, it's like, okay, enough already, okay? Back in the day, I did that a few times on you now. But to make a career of it, okay, on the TikTok, girl, you know, oh my Lord, girl, it's a fairy princess. That's 500,000 beans, girl. See, okay, Jeffree Star, pull it in a second, okay? You are a CEO of a makeup company, all right? I said this the other day in my video. You are a CEO of a makeup company. This whole thing is so sad and pathetic. It is so sad and pathetic because I'm going to tell you right now. You know, people say, okay, when you talk about somebody going out, like how they're going to go out with their career, I said this the other day in my video and I'm going to say it again. Jeffree Star's career is going to go out with him battling people that don't nobody even know on TikTok, because that's all he has left yet, okay, or has left. Don't nobody care about Jeffree Star, okay? I heard that he is tipping himself from Jeffree Star Cosmetics because he ain't even getting the tips to win these battles on TikTok, okay? He done left the YouTube and come back and it's not getting that great of views, okay? So, Jeffree Star is going to end his career on TikTok in a room with a robe in his house in Wyoming, battling somebody. Battling some person. Most of these people that he's battling are kids. They're much younger than him. They're like in their early 20s, okay? You have worked so hard on your music career, driving around in buses on the Warped Tour, establishing yourself on YouTube, coming up with those 3 liquid lipsticks that got you started, building an empire of a beauty, you know, influencer, okay, and a CEO of a makeup company, that the hill you want to die on is a TikTok battle, girl. That is really sad. Like, somebody needs to step into Jeffree Star's life. And I said this in my video the other day, and it was interesting because I got, like, just one comment the first time I said it. The second time I said it in another video, I got more people that commented on it. But the first time, somebody said, I didn't even really realize this until you said it, right? Of course I got the people that excused it away, right? But I said in my video, it makes me really sad because Jeffree Star has more money than God, okay? I mean, I think his net worth is something like $90 million. He told me that when I talked to him on the phone. Something like that at that time. So, what is it now? 140, 150? Because that was years ago. So, he's got some ridiculous net worth, okay? He could travel anywhere he wants in the world. He could take as many friends as he wants to travel in the world. He could go anywhere he could experience anything, okay? He could redo that house. I mean, I've seen the inside of that house. He bought it. He didn't do nothing to it, okay? He could do anything he wants to do, all right? I mean, if he really wanted to, because he loves fashion so much, he could go into and hire designers, and he could come up with a couture fashion line, okay? And really establish himself in the fashion world if he wanted to. He's already done the makeup world. We already know Jeffree Star is very interested in fashion, okay? Off the rack, Louis Vuitton fashion, but it's still very expensive fashion, okay? So he could do that. He could hire designers and he could be the creative director, and he could come up with a fashion line. And there are people out there that would be interested in it. There are a lot of people that wouldn't, and I think he knows that, right? But instead of traveling the world, coming up with new innovative things, girl, nobody wants music from you, okay? Your music days are over. I think some people might buy it, but I think he knows that even, right? So he said he's coming out with this book. Girl, your career, okay, I said this years ago with other people, and I'll say it with Jeffree Star. You don't come out with a memoir when your career is at an all-time low, okay? That's not the time that you come out with your memoir, okay? Unless what you're saying is goodbye to everybody, okay? Which means I have to believe that the memoir is him coming out and starting something else. People think he's going to stir up a bunch of drama. No, he's not. He's not going to do that, okay? His memoir is going to be about his tough childhood and how he grew up, and then it's going to be about, like, how, it's going to be basically like the American dream, okay? And how he turned himself into this multimillionaire and all this kind of stuff, and he'll hint at people in the beauty industry, but he's not going to come out and, if y'all think this is going to be like a, you know, kind of like Heidi Fleiss's client book, it's not going to be that. He ain't coming out and telling, y'all forgot about Heidi Fleiss. I never do. Not a day goes by. Not a day goes by that I don't think about old Heidi Fleiss. But, you know, girl, listen, you're my age. You remember those days watching those court hearings. Anyway, so, listen, he ain't going to come out and do no tell-all. That's what he's going to act like it's going to be, okay? When this memoir decides to finally show its face, whenever that is, he's going to be doing podcasts and hinting at what he talks about. You think he's going to get in a podcast and say something about James Charles, okay? He's not going to say that. okay? He's not going to come out with any new information. That's not what it's going to be about. It's going to be about the life of Jeffree Star, okay? And it's going to be boring is what it's going to be because we already know all that kind of stuff. So I'm watching all this stuff go down, and Jeffree Star, you know, he's doing this video, or he's doing his TikTok live, and he's coming for everybody. How is it that Jeffree Star might be the nastiest person in the entire world, and he is literally, I mean, on YouTube, nastiest person on YouTube, and he's screaming in the camera, threatening people, okay, shaming them for not wanting to come into a TikTok battle, calling them horrific names, like alcoholics and things like that. Like I said this the other day, okay? When you want to use that term to put somebody down, you are wishing death on somebody that you think, because he obviously thinks this person has a drinking problem, okay? So he's using alcoholic as a derogatory term, okay? That ain't cool with me. Especially as somebody that says he has such a family history of it, that's why he never picks up and drinks. But you are okay getting in a TikTok and shaming somebody for drinking issues. And you could come out and say, I've said this a ton of times in videos, there are 1,000,001 things you can say about somebody, okay? Without throwing that word up in their face as a derogatory word, okay? That is so disgusting to me. That shows that Jeffree Star not only hasn't changed, but has gotten even lower, okay? That you are shaming somebody that you think has a drinking problem, and he doesn't just say, like, hey, I'm worried, I think this person might be an alcoholic. He goes, you're an alcoholic! And I'm like, girl, you have problems. Like, you need to grow the fuck up. Seriously, dude? But can somebody explain to me how Jeffree Star... Okay, it's like even when he was being villainous back in the day, okay, and he'd say, oh, people always paint me as the villain. No, because you are, girl. That's the truth, okay? You've always been the meanest one around, all right? The reason why you don't have no friends anymore is because you gotten rid of all your friends. You blame it on them, okay? Well, they're all hanging out with everybody. Yeah, they're hanging out with predators, okay? But they're hanging out with each other and they're predators, okay? Which I don't think that's okay either. But most of them have friends outside of that. Jeffree Star, I don't see him ever do nothing except for be on that TikTok, okay? And have hired assistants around him. And then, okay, so it's interesting to me how Jeffree Star, who's one of the nastiest people around, can constantly victimize himself. Like, how is he always the victim? How is it always, you got so much power and money and all this kind of stuff, but people are always doing you wrong, girl? Okay, you think by 37 years old, because I can tell you by about good 30, 28, I had learned this. I learned most of my red flags about people, okay? At least a couple of times around. I didn't need to shout it from the mountaintops, all right? But I don't understand how Jeffree Star can in 1 second be the nastiest human being on the face of the earth using terms like an alcoholic as a derogatory word, okay? To me, I'm going to be honest with you, that word is not a derogatory word to me. I am proud to say that I am an alcoholic and I am an addict. Those are strength words to me. Those are strong words. Those are words of strength to me. Okay? And I am proud of being an alcoholic and being an addict in recovery because those are the things that have given me the foundation for my life. So to shame somebody with that shit, especially when they're in active addiction, if you believe they are, which he obviously believes they are, to shame somebody with that shit is horrific. Okay? I don't take that stuff lightly. And that shows me Jeffree Star hasn't not only changed, he's worse than he was. And then I get in this video and I say, I don't understand why he's not traveling the world and all this kind of stuff. And people had the audacity to come into the room. Not the audacity. People came into they had the delusion, okay, to come into the rumors and the delusion. You know, if you know, you know. They came into my comment section and they go, you don't know. Jeffree Star might have a really hard time around people and he might not be able to leave his house and... Girl, seriously, oh... Bless your heart, okay? Listen, I suffer greatly from social anxiety, okay? I've talked about it at length on my videos. At length. I don't know that Jeffree Star's ever made no dedicated videos to having social anxiety, all right? When y'all want to make up these extraordinary narratives and stories to excuse your people away that are ridiculous and have no basis in truth whatsoever, okay? I have horrific social anxiety, and I have struggled through it, and I have worked through it to the other side. I still have it to this day. Don't keep me on this front porch if I have an opportunity to travel, okay? Or have an experience in my life. I don't go to every party that I'm invited to. I don't go to every dinner that I'm invited to, okay? But when it comes to traveling and going around the world and having experiences, yes, ma'am, I suit up and show up, okay? Because I want my life to be about that. Let's not get it twisted and make up excuses for Jeffree Star that do not exist, okay? He chooses to sit in that house in Wyoming, okay? He chooses to sit there, and then people will be like, well, he's running a business. He can't run that business from a phone call. I have friends of mine that travel literally, okay, 3 out of 4 weeks of the month and run major businesses. Some of them probably that are worth more than Jeffree Star, okay? And they travel all the time. Don't tell me he has to sit in that closet, okay, and be up there on that TikTok live. Well, anyway, so he calls this woman all kinds of alcoholics and battle. You better get online and battle. He just knows the drama is going to bring him a lot of battle. It's going to bring him a lot of fans, and it's going to bring him a lot of attention to sell his Scorpio palette. This is all about selling the Scorpio palette, okay, which is now sold out, apparently anyway. Who'd care, right, after 2 weeks? So this is all just to bring attention to his brand, is what I believe, okay? Because it's all around the Scorpio palette launch. This is to bring more attention, and we have to remember, the palette is sold out, but the rest of the products are not, okay? Because what we all need is another Barbie plastic mirror, okay? That's what we all need, in the shape of a marijuana leaf. You know? That's what we all need, okay? So anyway... I don't know who's buying those marijuana leaf plastic mirrors. Okay, girl, maybe that you might want to send a box of them to that the Way of Love, that Amy Carlson cult over there. You know, the woman that died and from that silver stuff. So did you watch that doc? Those people are out there, okay? But you might want to send a box of the mirrors to those people. But who is using those mirrors? Okay, listen, those mirrors are expensive, and for those out you that are selling, you're like, those are collector's editions, I'm just going to give you a little hint right now, okay? You need to go back and you need to watch that documentary about them Beanie Babies, okay? No, true story, you do. You need to watch that documentary about the Beanie Babies, okay? I mean, 100% for real, okay? Because what people are finding out now, after, I mean, do you remember back in the day, people, oh my God, I have that Beanie Baby, oh my God, I have to have that Beanie Baby. People are buying the Beanie Babies on the eBays and all that kind of... They had to have their collection of eBay. And every person that had 200,000 of them in their basement would say, these are going to be worth something someday. I'm going to retire on these Beanie Babies. And you know what they found out? They ain't worth shit. Okay? They ain't worth shit. So for all of you out there that are collecting these Jeffree Star mirrors, for what, girl? To look at when you're 84 hanging up on your wall? How many mirrors can you use in a day? Okay? Can we talk about sustainability for a while? You don't need 42 Jeffree Star plastic, Barbie plastic mirrors, okay? You just don't. Okay, my battery died. I had to go inside and get another battery. I can't even get to the meat and potatoes of this video. So anyway, can somebody please explain to me, okay, why you need 42 of them, and you got curio cabinets where you got your unopened... You can't even use the palette because you're collecting the palette, so you don't even use the palette. You don't use the mirror because you think one day you're going to retire on Jeffree Star collectibles. Nobody cares, girl. He can't sell out to save his life. Nobody cares, okay? They don't care. Those mirrors aren't worth nothing, girl. Okay, they're worth something to you, and that's good. That's good that you stand behind somebody as vile as Jeffree Star and you want to collect all of his things. That's great, okay? When Jeffree Star decides that his museum, meat shop, makeup shop isn't doing any good, and he turns it into apartment co-op, you can move in there, girl, with all your mirrors, okay? You can move to Casper, Wyoming, and join the Jeffree Star cult out there, and you can join it, get into the Jeffree Star apartment complex out there, okay? Which used to be a meat makeup store. I'm sure that's opening soon. So anyway, because I heard that store... dust. I heard nobody goes there. There ain't never nobody at that store is what I heard. So this husband of this woman comes out, right? And he makes this TikTok. And he, okay, girl, he reads Jeffree Star for Filth, okay? First of all, he puts up all these clips showing his wife interviewing people about the different palettes, okay? Obviously showing that she's a huge Jeffree Star fan and she has driven people to Jeffree Star, okay? Then Jeffree Star comes out and says that he didn't even know who these people were. And this guy shows where Jeffree Star has liked pictures of his, liked videos of his. That's the video that he's talking about where he's like, do it. That's why he referenced it. I forgot that part. Where he's talking about how to be a good Christian husband to your wife and things like that, right? And it's got all these like Bible sayings, Hebrews, and all that kind of stuff, right? And he shows in there where Jeffree Star liked the video, so Jeffree Star obviously knows who these people are. He shows several clips of that where Jeffree Star's like coming in there and like things and stuff like that. So Jeffree Star's a liar. He proves that he's a liar, okay? Saying he don't even know who these people are. He said, come battle me. This is all, it's all just marketing, smoke and mirrors, okay? It's so sad and pathetic, Jeffree, that this is what you have come to. Girl, you were at one point at the top of your game, okay? You know, and here's the really sad thing about it is, so anyway, this guy comes out at the end of the TikTok, he says, you know, like, I want to apologize, like, I'm really sorry. And I'm like, oh, girl, what? And he goes, I'm really sorry that we ever allowed you in our life. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, it's something to this effect. And he's like, I'm really sorry that I ever trusted that you would take care of my wife and my daughter. And I'm like, okay, girl, you read, girl, you get in. You get her, girl, you get her, Jade. And he's like, you know, I apologize for ever thinking that, you know, or allowing you to be part of our family here on TikTok. And I'm like, okay, girl, okay, I see you, girl. I see you, girl. Did you go to the Church of Shade? Because you got shaded Jeffree Star. And I'm like, here's where Jeffree Star wants to get in some TikToks and be like, and la 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 la. And you got this man, okay, sitting in his house, okay, with Christian sayings on the wall behind him. And listen, Linda, I love me a good biblical saying on a painted wall, okay? One of them placards you buy at a bake sale on Sunday after church. I love one of them those signs, okay? That says things, you know, like, many are called, but few are chosen. See, Jeffree, many are called, but few are chosen, and you weren't, okay? I love them good signs, and there he is standing right by it, okay? With some of that, like, you know, vinery at the top of his words, and he is shading and reading Jeffree Star for filth, girl. My God, I live. I'm like, I would have loved to have seen Jeffree Star's face when he is watching this by himself, okay? With this man reading you for filth, okay? You got read for filth, Jeffree. There is nothing you can come out and say about this. Nothing, okay? You look a fool in this. And this is what I'm talking about. This is the hill you want to die on. This is where you want your career to go out, okay? You were at the top of your game. You even got rid of James Charles for a while, okay? You could have corrected yourself, improved yourself, come out and shown growth, come out and shown change, okay? Said, I'm not leaving in YouTube. In fact, I'm going to just double down and do more TikToks, more YouTube videos, more Instagrams. I'm going to show that I'm at the top of my game. I'm going to be at the top of my game. And not only that, going into my 40s, I want to enjoy the best part of my life. So I'm going to show you guys what I've been doing in therapy. I'm going to show how I'm a different person. I'm going to make amends to these people. I'm going to apologize for the wrongs of my past sincerely and not repeat these things. I'm not going to surround myself with problematic people anymore. I'm not going to show you that I'm a problematic person anymore. I'm not going to cuss at people and do this kind of stuff. Well, I mean, I cuss every once in a while too. So, you know, but cussing at people and calling them horrific names and things like that, I'm not going to do that no more, right? I know there's that one person out there that's like, well, you said tell your fans to get effed. It's a joke, Susan. Bitter Susan. It's a joke. We know that. It's not a joke with Jeffree Star when he's pointing his finger in your face, okay? You could have been at the top of your game, girl, okay? And people want to say you are so smart. No, I think you are one of the dumbest businessmen in the face of the earth, okay? You done hung up your career on your own. You should have sold it when people were speculating that you were, okay? Because this is a bad move. And this is how you're going to go out. Ain't nobody buying your makeup anymore. You got on video and said nobody's watching YouTube videos anymore, right? You killed your own career on YouTube by saying that to the people that were watching your videos. You pissed on your own audience. Then you took it over to TikTok, right? And people were real excited about you for a minute being over TikTok. Girl, nobody cares about you on TikTok anymore, okay? They just don't. You're done. It's over, girl, okay? So I gave you some real good advice in this video. So don't be people coming over here and telling me that I'm going in on Jeffree Star. I told him, girl, retire and go enjoy your life, okay? Go enjoy your life. Retire off of it. Or just show your life if you want to show that on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. You don't have to constantly be battling people. Okay? The whole entire world is not a competition. It's not, okay? You can just enjoy your life and show your life to people, you know? Start a fashion line. Start something new. Recreate yourself. Do something new. You know? You got 60 years of your life left to enjoy. That's a lot of living left to do, you know? Live your life. Enjoy it. Be a representative of what the American dream should be about if that's what you really feel like you got, okay? Not that you're just going to work so hard to get all this stuff to sit in a room in your house in a robe with nobody around you, TikTok battling people that you don't even know, screaming and yelling at them on a phone screen. To me, that's sad. That's pathetic, okay? That's sad. And I would hope that you would want more for yourself. You work too damn hard for that, all right? For this to be what your life looks like now. Girl, hang it up. Be done with TikTok. Apologize to these people for what you said, because it's a bad look. And it just proves, when people want to come over here and go, Jeffree Star, no, he hasn't. This was just a couple days ago. He hasn't changed. Jeffree Star is the same shitty person that he was years ago. Prove it to me otherwise. Let's see if Jeffree Star comes out and actually apologizes to this woman. I'll get on video on it and say that he did and address it. I'll still feel like he's sad and pathetic for sitting in a room just TikToking live, you know? And the really sad thing about this is that any of those kids that he is TikTok battling, okay, if any of them had the kind of money that Jeffree Star has and had the ability and the access that he does and the privilege that he has, they would be traveling, going to music festivals, going on experiences, going around the world, taking their friends here, doing stuff with their family, doing stuff with their friends, right? They don't even have the ability to do that. But Jeffree Star does. But for Jeffree Star, it's just about being the biggest person on any platform. And he's not on YouTube anymore, so he had to take it somewhere else. So, anyway, I hope that works out for you, girl. I hope it does. But to me, it's sad and it's pathetic. So anyway, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Oh, I won't see you tomorrow because I'm going to be at that one-year-old baby birthday party in Genderfield. No, tomorrow I'm taking the day off, and I am hanging out with my husband and my dog. So I will see you back on Monday. I got videos for the whole week coming up on all of my channels. So strap yourself in and get ready. I love you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye.